Response so far from the Utah State Legislature following Monday's mass march at the state capitol. 11 News reporter Sydnee is with us and tells us why thousands of women braved the snow to make a statement about equal rights. Sydnee, wasn't the protest supposed to be in Park City?
It was, but I, as well as many other women, could not get up the canyon because of the snow. So we decided to go to Salt Lake, the Capitol building there. They built pink snow women, held up signs, and chanted, demanding a change for treatment of women in Utah.
Equality! Janelle Altamiro could not get to Park City for the Women's March on Main, but that did not stop her from making her voice heard. She went to the state capitol with a different idea in mind.
I put on Facebook to have people meet me out here at the Capitol and build this uterus sculpture, and I can't believe that all these people showed up.
Both women and men came together and started designing the snow sculptures. Eric Ostrander says there was a meaning behind each creation.
To the crowd here, I think that it stands that everybody has a voice, that they can talk about women's rights. It's not a secret.
They sprayed each sculpture pink,
Distributing this pink,
and left them up for Utah State's first legislative meeting. But their marching was not over yet.
men, women, and children came to march in solidarity for their rights. Today was the first day of the legislative session, and the snow did not stop them from coming out.
They were chanting for women's rights, and they say they were afraid Trump would not protect them.
Been some pretty offensive things that our new president has said, and I don't think that should be tolerated.
Jen Hanks also had other things to say to the Utah legislature.
We've got to preserve our environments. That's where we live, and this administration is just going to destroy that. And also education. I'm really concerned about the future for our children.
Others like Weston Millen talked about improving the healthcare policy.
We don't feel like the Affordable Care Act is perfect, but we want to make sure that women and underprivileged groups still have the health care protection that they deserve.
The healthcare issue hits Millen close to home. His girlfriend Kristen Wolf suffers from the chronic disease lupus and is in constant need of treatment. Wolf has been on the healthcare exchange for the past 2 years, and if the Affordable Care Act is repealed, she said she will be sick and uninsured. The protest continued with its drum banging, chanting, and cheering for a total of 2 hours.
While I was there, I did not even see one legislator step outside to address the march.
So the pink ice sculptures, are they still outside the state capitol?
Actually, they got removed, maybe because they were sculptures of female body parts, and they might not have been appropriate for public display.
All right, thanks, Sydnee.